we do sometimes take an oversight and visit all these areas where you're operating. But because we are going to rise very soon as the parliament, and as you know that on the 29th of May, we are going to vote. So by 21st of May, will no longer, it's going to be our last day being members of parliament. So at least all of you are aware what nearly happened during the Rugby World Cup, that this bill nearly made that our rugby people were not going to fly our flag high. So I do welcome everyone in this because of this very important meeting. But nevertheless, I'm welcoming you all, and I've seen that we'll be starting with the Free State, the case sitter who was supposed to come last week, and then we accepted your apologies. So now, if I can now ask the honorable members to adopt the proposed agenda. Honorable Mthethwa. Oh, before that, I'm very sorry, Honorable Mthethwa. Zoleka, thank you that you flighted the agenda or on the screen. Let's ask apologies. Leave your hands up there, honorable members. Zoleka, do you have any apology? I'm very sorry, I'm having a flu.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and good morning to you and members of the committee, to our guests, as well as colleagues on the platform. Yes, we do have apologies, Madam Chair. We have an apology from Mr. Mamabulo, who has lost his brother. We also have an apology from Mr. Joseph, who has another commitment. And also, Madam Chair, just to indicate that we had also invited other stakeholders, Stellenbosch Academy of Sport, KZN Academy of Sport, University Sport South Africa, and SA Sport Association for Physically Disabled. And they have all submitted apologies, Madam Chair. Thank you very much.
Apologies of what?
That they will not be able to come to the meeting, Madam Chair.
All of them?
Yes, Madam Chair.
What were the reasons in their apologies?
They said, Madam Chair, they don't have anything to add, but they will write that they support the bill.
Oh,
yes.
But today we're only having one stakeholder here.
We do have a cat sitter, Madam Chair, and we also have Free State Academy of Sport, as well as the Eastern Cape Academy of Sport, Madam Chair.
Oh, thank you so much, because I was worried. You know, I do have an interest with the Free State because of information that we'll get from themselves. Okay, thank you so much, Azo. I nearly omit, this is very important item on the agenda. I'm very sorry, honorable members. We have got apologies, but those apologies, they will going to forward a very formal information of supporting the bill. When we started, we have said we're going to accept the written submission if those people, they don't want to come and do oral submission. Thank you so much. Can now call honorable members to adopt the agenda, which is now Honorable Mthethwa and Honorable Adams.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Good morning. And our condolences to Mr. Mamabulo for the loss. Yes, Madam Chair, I would like to propose an adoption of the agenda.
Thank you so much, Honorable Mteto. Honorable Adams. Honorable Adams. Honorable Malomane.
Thank you, Chair. Greetings to everyone and condolences to the family of my comrade Mamabulo, Honorable Mamabulo. And Chair, I'd like to second the mover to say we adopt the agenda as presented. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you so much. As the chairperson, I'm joining you, honorable members. On behalf of the committee, we are sending condolences to our member, Honorable Mamabulo, on his brother's bereavement. May his soul rest in peace, and we'll be putting them in our prayers. Thank you so much. According to the norm that I have refrained on putting an overview, there's somebody who have been employed to do those things when we're having in a meeting. I'm greeting even our staff who are doing well, preparing, checking who's coming, who's not coming, giving guidance to some who are not aware what is expected. Thank you, the staff of Parliament of this committee. Now we have Ms. Fiona, who must take us through on the overview. Fiona, I'm sorry, all members. Fiona.
Yes, good morning, Chairperson. I'm here, and good morning, honourable members and all the guests on the platform, and also to my colleagues. Chairperson, I'm going to be very brief and just, as you have requested, give an overview of the process to date. So the impetus for amending the legislation goes back to late 2022 when WADA found that several provisions in the SAIDS Amendment Act of 2006 were not compliant with the WADA code. And subsequently, the amendment bill has been drafted. In November last year, the Minister of Sport, Arts and Culture tabled the bill in Parliament, and the bill has subsequently been tagged as a Section 75 bill, which means that both houses of Parliament has to consider the bill. The bill was introduced to the committee in December 2023, and the committee resolved to process the bill in line with constitutional prescripts, which includes public participation, and which brings us to this process of considering oral submissions and written submissions by stakeholders. We've had submissions by several stakeholders, including SAIDS, and SASCOC, and SARU, National Treasury, amongst others. And SAIDS has identified certain areas of Section 17 of the Amendment Bill, which are currently still not compliant with the WADA code. And so, Chairperson, today is just another follow-up session on hearing oral submissions from other stakeholders. So thank you very much, Chairperson.
Thank you so much. We're having somebody who has got 52170-705. This person must identify his or herself, or else we'll be taking him or her out of the platform. Can that person speak and tell us who is he or who is she?
Yes, Madam Chair. Good morning. Yes, it looks like I'm that number. It's familiar to me. I don't know. I'm not particularly frequently using Zoom. Herman Terblanche from the Eastern Cape Academy of Sport. I'm the manager for the academy and has received the invitation to be in this meeting. I'm sure they will also introduce themselves, but I'm also joined by my chairperson, Mr. Tumani Keke, and one of our commission members, Mr. Biku. So apologies for the number. I'm not sure how that's my departmental number. But yeah, apologies for that.
But we are saying it's familiar. How can have a familiar number as National Committee? Honorable members, because he introduced himself, can we accept that challenge of not writing name? Now we know that it's Eastern Cape who has got this number. Thank you so much, members of the committee. Zoleka, I'm suspecting we are all pleased to know who's this. Accordingly,
Excuse me, Madam Chair.
Yes.
Excuse me, Madam Chair. We do have another number, Samsung SM6906E. Can they also please identify themselves? Thank you, Madam Chair.
Can those, according to the way that you are operating in this committee, we use our names, but because these visitors of ours, this is the first time that they were coming. That's why we must be aware. You had Zoleka is trying to also identifying others who have the same problem. If you are able to write your name, it can be better. If not, tell us who are you. Thank you. So it's no one speaking. We are wasting our time. People who have been called by you, Solega, they must say something. I'm seeing a hand of Duduzile Sibia. What do you want to say, Honorable Member?
Yes, thanks. Greetings, Chair. We would like to know who are those. We want the names, not the numbers, please.
That's what I'm saying, Honorable Member. Thank you for supporting that view. Solega.
Madam Chair?
Yes. Are they correcting?
Not yet, Madam Chair. I'll try and speak to them privately.
So long, take them out. And then they'll come and explain, because now they are delaying us. I'm saying, Honorable I.
Noted, Madam Chair.
Okay, take them out, Zoleka, so far, and then when they are ready for explanation, they will join us. Honorable members, our visitors, I'm seeing Mr. Alex Kosanas in the video. He used to be part of SASCOC or whatever. Mazuphithizela wenzani kule video yakhe. Can now give the first presenter, which is Kelsit, the platform to take us through, to introduce themselves. You must switch off your video, Mr. Skosan. There are so many things that we are showing us in this video. You rather switch it off. We have seen you, but zininzi izinto ozenzayo lapho kule video yakho. Ivale mhlekazi. Uyayivula xa ufuna ukuthetha. Thank you. Cash sitter, that I'm sorry to do this, disturbing you. I'm seeing you. You can open your video. You can close it when you know that we are all having this problem of network in some areas, and even if it's no load shedding, sometimes, like in myself, network can be very bad. Tibelam, I don't know how to read this name. Get it on, say.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chairperson, and good morning to yourself and the honorable members of the Portfolio Committee on Sport, Art and Culture, and also greet the guests who are also on the platform, and also the delegation from the Department of Sport, Art and Culture, led by Ms. Sumaya Khan, who also serves as the member of the Capsitas Accounting Authority. And we really appreciate this opportunity for us to engage with your committee based on the fact that within our subsectors, we cover areas that fall within this committee, mainly in the area of arts, culture, and heritage is one of our subsector. And we also have sport, recreation, and fitness as another subsector that falls within the CATSITA. Then the CATSITA stands for Culture, Arts, Tourism, Hospitality, and Sports Sector Education and Training Authority, which is one of the 21 SITAs that report to the Department of Higher Education and Training. Our presentation is divided in terms of the following areas. I'll talk to the delegate about the delegation of the CATSITA and just share with the members. I will not go into detail in terms of the slides, Chair. I'll just, for members to know who CATSITA is, and also just the mandate and the governance arrangements and our input to the bill. So my name is Max Tibela, the Chief Executive Officer. I'm accompanied by two executives. The first one is Ms. Lebogang Mche, the Executive Manager for Learning Programs, which is our core business dealing with the skills development interventions within the SITA. And I also have Ms. Helen Shube, who's the Executive Manager for Corporate Services. The other two executives were unable to attend due to other commitments, being Mr. Ntona Maruta, the Chief Financial Officer, and Dr. Tebo Umana, who's responsible for research, monitoring, and evaluation. And I also have the manager in the office of the CEO, Ms. Ntomzoda Records, who's in the meeting. I would like to tender an apology for the members of the board who were not unable to attend due to other commitments. Then moving to Chairperson, I take it that the Secretariat of the committee will share the slides because I tried to share and the system was saying that I'm not allowed to share the screen unless if those.
Can you give? Yes. So
yes,
can you give them the powers to do so?
Yes, I have done that, Madam Chair. Thank you very much.
Okay, thanks.
Go ahead, Mr. Tibela.
Thank you, CEO.
Okay. Yeah, because I've been trying and I struggled. So thank you very much.
We're very strict here. We don't want that people, they must sneak to your things and our things. Now
Yes,
we have granted the permission. Thank you, CEO.
Thanks, Chair. Is the presentation visible on your side?
Yes.
Thank you very much, Chair. I was talking to this part. I've just spoken to this part now, talking about the delegation. And just this is the plethora of laws and policies that govern the CATSITA, the main one being the Skills Development Act 97 of 1998 is amended, which established this institution as one of the 21 SITAs, and the Skills Development Levies Act 9 of 1999 is the one that gives us the money because we receive levies. We don't get money from the fiscus. The money comes through skills levies, which are collected from the employers within the sector. Then it goes through SARS, then goes through part of it going through to the National Skills Fund, 20%, then 80% of it comes to us. and other acts that are applicable, the National Qualifications Framework Act and the PFMA, the National Development Plan, National Skills Development Plan 2030, which repealed the National Skills Development Strategy that has been in existence for years. And then the white paper on post-school education and training of 2013. And above all this act, the Constitution of the Republic remained the supreme law. Hence, it appears at the top on our slide. Then in terms of the mandate of the CAT-SETA, I've already indicated who are we, and we are a Schedule 3 public entity, and our work is divided into 6 subsectors. The first subsector being arts, culture and heritage, conservation, gaming and lottery, hospitality, sport, recreation and fitness, tourism and travel services. Then our functions are encapsulated in Section 10 of the Skills Development Act. And in terms of our vision, the vision that the board has said says that skills needs met in each subsector to drive economic growth by 2030. Then our mission is to facilitate skills development through strategic partnerships for CAT-SETA to contribute towards economic growth. And we have set off value statements that have been derived from the Constitution of the Republic, Chapter 10 that deals with public administration. Then in terms of the arrangements, we are a SETA that is governed by a board that comprises 15 members, being the chairperson, who's appointed by the minister. Then we have 6 representatives from organized employers within the sector. We also have 6 reps from organized labor constituency within the sector. Then we have 2 that comes from community organizations or professional bodies or government institutions. Then the board is the accounting authority in terms of Section 49 of the Public Finance Management Act. Then the board members as non-executives then delegate responsibility to management in terms of Section 56 of the PFMA to run the operations on daily basis. Then in terms of our work, we had national footprint, but we have clustered the work or the regions. We have cluster 1 that covers Gauteng, Limpopo, Mpumalanga, and Northwest. Then the second one, KwaZulu-Natal and Free State. Third one, Western, Northern, and Eastern Cape. So then the office will be stationed in one province, but we cover all those 4 provinces under that cluster led by a regional manager and some staff members. Then in terms of our input, chairperson, we spent time, as you will have noted, that we asked for extension because the members of the board were still also looking at the, the Principal Act, the amendments, and this bill. And in the analysis, it was found that indeed the gaps that we have picked up, also that others have already picked up, are now covered in the bill. Areas such as your definitions, the governance arrangements, then the appeals processes that are outlined there, they are fully covered. Same for omission of the definition of sport. We didn't find it in the bill. We believe it may be in the best interest to just define that word. Then the CAT-SETA hereby support this bill, chairperson, and that concludes our input. And once again, we appreciate this opportunity and your indulgence for the postponement as we were supposed to have presented in the previous week. Thank you very much, chairperson.
Chairperson. Zoleka.
Morning, Mr. Mthetho. I'll just call Chair and find out what's happening.
All right.
Thank you. Good morning, members. Again, we seem to have a challenge with the chairperson. Maybe it's her connectivity. In the meantime, can we just elect an acting chairperson while we're trying to get hold of her? Can I
Ms.
please?
Ms. Adams knows that who becomes the acting chairperson. It's customarily so.
Yes, but we have to do it officially, Mr. Mteto.
No, I nominate Ms. Adams to chair.
Thank you, Mr. Mteto. Do we have a seconder for Ms. Adams?
Thank you, Zoe. I'm seconding Mr. Mteto that Ms. Adams chair the meeting.
Thank you very much, Ms. Malumane. Ms. Adams, are you available to chair the meeting? I see Ms. Adams' hand is up.
I'm back. I'm back.
Thank you.
It was nature calling me in another room. It was the nature calling me in another room. And I heard that, hey, there's a lull now. Thank you so much. I didn't hang my jacket and run away. Thank you so much. I've listened the presentation, and I've seen even in the screen. Thank you. So can we move on? So the next item on the agenda, can I ask members if they do want clarities?
Yes, Madam Chair, that's correct.
Yes. Honorable members, it was, you know, what I'm interested on it, because of this department merged with so many entities. It was sport and now arts and culture. Kessita, you gave us a very informative information about your role, about the roles even in of the board members. It's so interesting. I would love to say to incoming committee members, this is a very important information that we're supposed to know, and unless something has been changed, but if not, we need in our busy schedule to invite stakeholders or entities like this to come and share with us this information. This is a very important information. I thank you. Let me go now to the honorable members. Honorable members, do you want to say something? Clarities? Even if not clarities, like I don't want clarities, I'm just commenting. Honorable Mteto.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I concur with your sentiments around Kessita, because I think part of the developmental part of what we are missing in most cases, it relates to such institutions like Kessita, who are supposed to come and present to us broadly about what they are doing in terms of the developmental side of the cultural, creative, and sports sector. I agree with you. That's all, but I'm happy with the presentation that was done. Yeah.
Thank you, Honorable Mteto. Honorable Adams. Honorable Adams, I'm suspecting she has got a problem. This is the second time she raised the hand and she can't speak. Honorable members, in that note, we are thanking you, Kessita. You heard from the members that you are an important stakeholder or entity coming the 7th Parliament. You know, the staff of this committee, they are not going anywhere. It's only our good selves who are not coming back, and some are going to be redeployed in this committee. Thank you so much. Now we can release you.
Thank you very much, Chairperson and honorable members, and wish you the best in terms of processing this bill further.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. The next next item on our agenda, it's Free State Sport Academy, which have declared an interest on getting to know how are they doing. We know as this committee that it's only an academy in there which is been doing well. We know that some other things maybe they'll talk to. Let me not be their mouthpiece. We are welcoming. We are seeing that you are sitting in one room, and we do appreciate that. If you can, one of you present to us, we are welcoming you. I'm seeing that we strike a woman, we strike a rock, and on Saturday I was part of International Women's Day, and we were speaking about a lot of things. Department of Human Settlement, they did invite me. I was so happy to see women that are in the big construction that was present and assisted by this young woman of parliament, Honorable Kubai, who came in the parliament very, very young, and now has been a minister in so many departments. And I can tell you, I'm not just praising her. She is doing an excellent job there. And then I was able to attend that, and I was seeing young women and old who are in the industry that is being chaired, and majority of big contractors are men. But I'm very happy that this ministry, together with the DM Chwete, they made it that women must be visible. So I can't not to tell that when I'm seeing now these other women in front of us, we are always, especially in this committee and in others, I don't know, we're always envy that anything that government is sharing, 50-50 must be seen, not in the books. Please present. I'm saying that it's still our International Women's Day to me, especially when I'm looking at you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Chairperson and members. And we also just want to say thank you very much for the invitation to present today. Before I start with our presentation, I would just like to also introduce on my left side is Dr. Celeste Janse van Rensburg. She's a Deputy Director at the Free State Sports Science Institute, and she's responsible for nutrition as well as education and training. And then on my right side, we have Mehanli Yenes. She is the Deputy Director at the Free State Sports Science Institute, responsible for sports science and rehabilitation services. We also have, I think she is on the line, we have our chairperson of our board, is Ms. Martha Muswahle. She is actually also the first female representing the Academy board, of which we are also very proud of that accomplishment. So I would just like to start off by just give a very short background of the Academy. The Free State Academy of Sport is mandated. Sorry, I don't know if you want to project the presentation as well. Otherwise, I'll just talk as we have it here now. The Free State Academy.
Yes, it's on the screen.
Thank you, ma'am. The Free State Academy of Sport is mandated according to the South African Academy Strategic Framework and Policy Guidelines of 2013 by both SASCOC and DSAC, which we know formerly was Sport and Recreation South Africa. Now, the role of provincial academies is to support the development of high performance and elite sport. The Free State Academy of Sport, we operate as a NPO under a board which comprise of members of or elected members from the provincial sport federations, and they are in turn members of the provincial sport confederation as well as of the national sport federations. So just briefly on the side of funding, we receive funding from both voted funds from provincial, and we also receive funding as part of the DORA grant. We utilize in the Free State, the Free State Sports Science Institute as our official service, sports science service provider for testing, conditioning, rehabilitation and nutrition services. The FSSSI, as we know, is the only government-funded sports science institute in South Africa. And we have full-time staff, which is appointed by government. The sports scientists and biokineticists abide by the FSSSI ethical code on drug-free sport and also endorse the rules of SAIDS and WADA to promote fair and ethical play. So the provincial and national athletes that make use of our services from the FSSSI via the Academy, they all sign consent and indemnity forms whereby the rules and regulations pertaining to anti-doping is clearly stipulated. So that's just in short, a very short background on what the Academy does and how we work. Then what we did is we went through all the current draft as it is, and we looked at it section by section, and then we made a comment, as you can see on the screen. So the only thing that we basically just picked up is to ask maybe that to consider the inclusion of reference to the Protection of Personal Information Act, the POPI Act. As we know that, even in government and with us, we all have to comply now with POPI Act, so that maybe also just be referencing in the bill. And then the SASCOC name change, because as with WADA, that did give the department notice that they need to update the bill. I know the IPC has also indicated to SASCOC that they should affect their name change so that it can be inclusive of parasport in South Africa. So I'm not sure where that is at the moment, because from the last information we did get from SASCOC is that the board must still basically approve the name change. Then on section 2, we are in agreement with the replacement of the wording corporate body. Section 10, we're also in agreement. But we would also want the committee to consider including the wording sport performance institutions in that specific section that talks of SASCOC and DSAC, because we believe that there is various specialists and experts also in the field of sports science and nutrition that can also be of value to the collective effort. Then on the amendment of section 11 of the Act, we are in total agreement there for the deleting and substitution of the paragraphs, as well as section 11 of the Act. On section 17 of the Act, we did consult, and we were just wanting clarity on the specific section that talks on what will happen with federations if they do not comply. So we were just wanting a bit more clarity on the issue of athletes, because we know that sometimes a federation maybe do not is not in good standing, for example. So what will happen to the athletes? Will the athletes still be allowed to partake in events or in competitions as maybe independent athletes? Because from time to time we are faced with the same issue if a federation is not in good standing with the National Federation or with the Provincial Sport Confederation. We do not want to necessarily not have the athlete to gain from the services and the support that the academy can offer the athletes, so that the athletes are not penalized. Sorry, my English left me for a moment. So that the athletes are not penalized if a federation fails to comply. So we just wanted a clarity seeking on that. So in short, we are in support of the amendments to the bill. We only highlighted some considerations to maybe include one or two things, but in total, the bill is supported from the side of the Free State. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Free State. Fortunately, in this meeting, the department and states are present, and as the committee, we are noted the support of each and every entity which is coming here, and then the states who are very important stakeholder here with the department. We are listening that you are the second entity who did come and have some input of wanting to add. I'm suspecting one other entity came here and wanted to insert some things in section 17. We are all ears, and it will depend now on the drafters of the bill and on the majority of the people, but they are listening. Can I take this opportunity to thank you? Sometimes when you call people who are directly involved, we are seeing the way that they are presenting and passionate about insertion or adding to the proposed amendment bill. In those words, we do thank you so much. But before you leave us, can I give it to the honorable members to say something? Honorable members, any comments on any clarifications? Surely they don't have anything to say. In that note, thank you so much. You are released. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. The next item on the agenda, it was Free State Clarity. Now Eastern Cape Academy, Epondwe. Can I give it? I'm coming from that Ipondo lengwele of ngesingesi legends. Anisithatheni through ke bahlekazi.
Thank you very much, Madam. Thank you very much, Madam Chair. Good morning to you and the rest of the committee members and our human movement activist colleagues in the entire sector. Firstly, we just want to apologize that we have nothing written as a preparation to present. We became aware of the meeting very late last week, and had we were informed in time, it could have been another opportunity for our board, which met on last week on Friday, to have a detailed response. However, we, as a brief background perhaps of who we are exactly the same as the previous presenters, the Free State Academy of Sport. The mandate is the same and the funding model is the same. We are wholly funded by government and we account to government in terms of our financial expenditure. We work very closely with the confederations that are existing in our province in terms of nominating those elite athletes that require support, that are participating in the provincial, national, and international athletes. To this end, Madam Chair, because we recognize that it may be important for the members of Parliament, for the purposes of the bill and in future, that we share the kind of work that we do. And I have just requested our office that the reports or the recent report that we have produced as a board, we share with you. That will be sent today to Zolega before the end of business. Coming to the bill itself, Chair, we align ourselves with the bill. We have noted nothing that we're in disagreement with, and we're looking forward to the further processing and the finalization of the bill. I will just request my fellow board member, Mr. Biko, to add one or two, and then we'll be done, Madam Chair. With your permission, Madam Chair.
You are allowed to. Thank you so much.
Biko.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Chair, and thank you, colleagues. My name is Mtheteleli Biko. I serve with Mr. Greg on the Eastern Cape Academy of Sports committee, and then my role on the committee is representing the medical and sports scientific support sides of things, and overseeing obviously the services that we provide to athletes. Going through the recommended changes and amendment of the bill, I did not see anything that I think we could have added or changed to it. We were very happy with the recommendations made and the changes made. Hopefully, obviously, this will align with what WADA had requested and would put us in good standing, and obviously ensuring that we are fully compliant and that SAIDS will keep on doing the good work it is with sports. Thanks for the opportunity and the time for allowing us to obviously be part of this process. But from my end, that is all I think I could add at the moment. Thank you very much, Chair and honourable members.
Thank you, Mr. Biko. Can I say to you, we do appreciate, because the only thing that you were keen to give us, it's your work, share work, which we are doing. We'll appreciating now that, but also we are allowing you to give it to Uzolega, and Uzolega still going to share with this committee, because we are committee until 21st of May. We're still going to be members of Parliament. And thank you so much, in both of you. We heard you clearly, and the department is present. The SAIDS is with us. Honorable members, do you want to have some comments? Anything that you want to be clarified? Thank you, honorable members. Thank you so much, Eastern Cape Academy. Now we can release you. Thank you so much. Honorable members, we are doing this because we want that come the rising of Parliament, if Uzoleka and our legal people, Zoleka, when I'm saying Zoleka, I mean the whole staff of this committee, because they are working together, that they will report to me and I report to the committee with the processes, because our legal advisors are with us in the department and said in order that we must know when are we going to table accordingly in our parliament. Now we're looking on that. Thank you so much, honorable members. The next presenters is from Stellenbosch Academy. Thank you so much. I can give it to themselves now. Stellenbosch.
Madam Chair, I did indicate that Stellenbosch sent an apology. The next one will be KZN.
Okay, yes. KZN, I've seen somebody who was jiving in his, what is this thing, video. He was not driving, he was preparing. Can we give KZN a platform? KZN. So,
Mr. Skosana did indicate that he was having load shedding, Madam Chair. I will give him a call to find out what is happening.
Okay. That's why I was just thinking that to have Evito in these days, I've seen him was preparing a lot when I was saying he must switch off the video. Now, if we can't get hold of him, he is going to be part of those who are submitting a written submission. Honorable members, we are waiting for Honorable Skosana, Mr. Skosana. It's the last presentation. What do you want me to do, Honorable Veronica?
Chairperson, I was just wondering if we can maybe ask those people or the presenters of today's that we can ask for their submission or their written submissions so that we can just have a look at it again.
Which ones?
Specifically the Free State. I think they had a very good presentation.
Okay, Usoleka can forward that.
Madam Chair?
Yes.
So the presentation was forwarded to members,
Yeah.
but I will check again. Mr. Skosana is not available, Madam Chair. I think we should proceed.
Honorable members, every now and then Uzoleka does forward, but sometimes members with their gadgets and load shedding, you have got a right to ask we must resend, but it has been done. I'm sorry. Be myself. In that note, honorable members, who are noting, and Zoleka and the entire team and our advocate here, or our hi Mama Bulo, you are here. Honorable Mamabulo.
Yes, I'm here, Chairperson, listening.
Yes, we were thinking that you are not going to join us because we did get an apology of the bereavement. Thank you so much, Honorable Mamabulo. Members, they did forward condolences on to your good self, but
Oh, yes,
never.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much, Chairperson.
Okay.
And members.
Okay. Honorable members can now saying that you are going to the minutes of the 5th March. So honorable members, we are having in front of us minutes which were sent, or even those minutes to us can also move, and as you presenting, try to, yes, because minutes were sent to us. We've read the minutes, but if any member want to say something out of reading the minutes, you are allowed. Honorable members, I'm presenting your minutes in front of you in order that you, you must adopt any adoption of the minutes. Honorable Zondi.
Thank you, Chair, and good morning to you and honorable members on the platform.
Siyabonga Honorable Zondi. Uyamkela Honorable Zondi. Any seconder, I've seen Honorable Mteto.
Thank you, Chair. I second, I break the cycle of, it's normally Mr. Zondi and then Malumane, so I'm breaking the cycle. I second adoption.
Thank you. So yeah, it's a vigilance that you also look what is always going on in your committee. Yes, we have break it. Honorable members, the minutes have been adopted. And now can I take this opportunity, honorable members, to say that I do appreciate some members are thinking that when we're getting not all the members, not in fact in this committee of ours. This committee has been sitting since inception, Tuesday, Wednesday, Fridays. You have been not saying, no, it's Friday, we're not going to attend. Now, because we've got challenge, you are here, it's a Monday. Monday, which we know all of us that we've got a work to do as 29th is at the door. I do appreciate your commitment, honorable members. You must do this even in the 6th coming parliament to have to whoever who's going to be chair this committee. This is a very important committee. That's why it's looking upon e-drugs. You know what? When I was listening to the response in last week's question to the ministry, I was listening to Dr. Nzimande. I was thinking, really, the some other policies of ours, we need to look at it. Sometimes we are there by default, but basic education and other departments are supposed to do many things which are with us. With those words, I'm thanking our staff. Who's this Tabiso Zulu? Look, this somebody, PMJ, is just as if, what are you saying now, Chairperson? The way he posed in this photo, a nice photo. I'm thanking you, all of you. Now the meeting is adjourned. We'll meet again tomorrow. Thank you, honorable members, your commitment. Look at this.
Thank you, Chair.
Zulu. Thank you, honorable members. Now the meeting is adjourned.
Thank you, Chair.
Thank you to all of you.